Before wars, before kingdoms, humanity committed its first act of violence between two brothers. The world was still young, the mountains were untouched, rivers carved through the land, and forests stretched farther than the eye could see. But humanity no longer lived in paradise. Adam and Eve had been driven from the Garden of Eden. Now they lived in a harsher world, a world of labor, survival, and consequence. Yet life continued, and soon the first children in human history were born. Two brothers, Cain and Abel. No one knew yet that these brothers would become part of the darkest moment humanity had ever seen. As the brothers grew older, their paths began to separate. Cain became a farmer. Every day he worked the ground, planting seeds and cultivating crops. The soil was difficult. Sometimes it rewarded his labor. Sometimes it resisted him. Abel chose a different life. He became a shepherd. He guided flocks of sheep across green hills and quiet valleys. His days were peaceful, watching the animals, protecting them, learning patience. Two brothers, two lives, but their greatest test was yet to come. One day, both brothers came before God with offerings. Cain brought fruits from his harvest, crops grown from the land he had worked so hard to cultivate. Abel brought something different, the firstborn lamb from his flock, the best he had, a precious sacrifice. Both offerings were placed before God. Then something unexpected happened. God accepted Abel's offering, but Cain's offering was rejected, and in that moment, everything began to change. Cain saw what had happened, his offering rejected, his brothers accepted. Inside his heart, something dark began to grow. Jealousy, anger, bitterness. His thoughts began to twist. Why was Abel favored? Why not him? The anger grew stronger, and God saw what was happening. God spoke to Cain. "Why are you angry? Why has your face fallen?" Then God gave Cain a warning. Sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must rule over it. Cain had a choice. He could master the darkness inside him, or let it destroy the people he loved. One day, Cain approached his brother. His voice sounded calm. "Come with me into the field." Abel trusted him. They walked together across the land, but Cain's heart was no longer at peace. When they reached the field, the anger exploded, and in one tragic moment, Cain attacked his brother. The first murder in human history had just happened. The field became silent. Abel lay on the ground, the first life taken by human hands. Cain stood there. The anger was gone. Now only fear remained, regret and guilt. But what had been done could never be undone. Then God spoke again. "Where is your brother Abel?" Cain answered coldly, "I do not know. Am I my brother's keeper?" But God already knew. "Your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground." God pronounced judgment. The ground would no longer yield crops for Cain. He would become a wanderer, a restless man on the earth. Cain feared others would kill him, but God showed mercy. God placed a mark on Cain, a sign of protection. Then Cain left his home, forever carrying the weight of what he had done. The story of Cain and Abel happened thousands of years ago, but its lesson is still alive today. Jealousy, anger, pride, these emotions still live in every human heart. The story of Cain is not just about the past, it is about the choices we make today. Because every day we stand at the same door Cain once stood at, and the same question remains. Will we master the darkness inside us, or will we let it destroy the people we love?
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more animated Bible mysteries every week.